Sunbelt Conference football is on ESPN as we welcome you to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, to M.M. Roberts Stadium, where a Sunbelt Western Division title will be decided today. The Troy Trojans in town to take on the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. It is the 15th meeting all time between these two ball clubs. Welcome inside our broadcast booth. I'm Jason Baker alongside my color analyst. He's Austin Davis. And AD, this one matters so much. The final Saturday in November, and a title will be decided of the Western Division for the Sunbelt Conference.
Yeah, if you would have asked both of these head coaches and programs where you want to be the Saturday after Thanksgiving, it's in this game right here, playing for that Western Division. Incredible turnaround for Southern Miss, and Troy really been doing what they've been doing the last few years.
Yeah, a win today for Troy means their third Sunbelt Conference Championship game appearance in 4 seasons. It would be the first since joining the Sunbelt for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. They're using a uniform combination to draw upon some ghost of the past. Maybe a ball game that mattered just as much as this one in this series. How about back to the 2008 New Orleans Bowl with Mike McGee, your redshirt freshman year back in 2008. What a moment.
Yeah, these two programs have a lot of history. That was my first year as starting quarterback at Southern Miss, and just a great come-from-behind victory. Mike blocks the field goal in overtime down in New Orleans to win the bowl game. But Troy's really had their way the last few years in this series, won their last 4. So Southern Miss going to try to do something about that today.
Yeah, 30-27 victory for the Golden Eagles. Jared Parker is in his second season as the head coach of the Troy Trojans. His ball club won this toss. They have elected to defer, so it's going to be the Golden Eagle offense in that man's club. What a turnaround from a year ago. Charles Huff, the head coach of the Southern Miss Golden Eagles, from 1-11 to a ball game to decide it all.
Yeah, and they really have to get their mojo back from early in the season. Southern Miss coming off 2 losses, one to Texas State, and then last week at South Alabama. As we know, they were without quarterback Braylon Braxton in that Texas State game, but he did return against South Alabama, fighting a little bit of a knee injury, but should be okay to go today, and he'll be a big factor.
Patty McAteer will tee it up just inside the far hash. 15th meeting between these two. Truly maybe none bigger than this afternoon at M.M. Roberts Stadium. Chuck Montgomery will go back deep, as will Micah Davis for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. Special teams, we'll have more on it later, but it's going to be a major factor in this ball game today. JMU, the East Division leader, awaits one of these two schools, and we're underway to decide it in Hattiesburg. And it's through the back of the end zone, a touchback. And here comes Braylon Braxton in the #1 passing attack for the Sunbelt Conference. But Charles Huff earlier this week said, yes, we can throw the football, and we know that. But a championship team must be able to run the ball, Austin.
Yeah, that's been a story for this Southern Miss offense all year. They've done a nice job in the passing game. But when they needed to lean on the run game, it hasn't been there like Coach Huff would want. So we'll see what they can do today. Again, you know they're going to lean on #1 to make plays when it really comes down to crunch time.
Jeffrey Pittman will be the running back to the left of Braylon Braxton. He is motioned over to the right. They're going to begin with a pass. It's a check down to Pittman, out across the 20 and the 25 before he is chopped down along the near sideline. A nice tackle by Kalino Levine.
Good job by this Troy defense, just getting back in their zone coverage. Southern Miss trying to take a shot there on the first play.
Handoff. Gap for Pittman. Across the 30, he'll fight through a tackle. Those are the tough yards to get up a third and manageable that this Golden Eagle offense needs to make.
Yeah, Jeffrey Pittman picked him up out of the transfer portal this past offseason. He's been everything Southern Miss needs him to be. Really been a bell cow type of back, getting the majority of the carries.
3rd and 2. Pittman chopped down. A tackle made. Coming up from his spear position, Devin Lafayette. It's no gain on the play. Maybe even a loss of 1 to be 4th and 3.
Yeah, coming from the top side of your screen. Nice job scraping over the top. That spear position, also known as the nickel position, if you're familiar with 4-2-5, plays in the slot. Just a real athletic play there by the senior.
8th punt on an opening drive this season for the Golden Eagles. And a high-hanging punt. Reed Harradine kind of got it caught up in the breeze. There is a bit of a breeze today here in Hattiesburg. A short punt only down to the Trojan 48-yard line, so it'll be good field position for Goose Crowder, who returned a couple weeks back as the starting quarterback off an injury. It's been a similar type season for this kind of QB room for the Troy Trojans, navigating injuries much like the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, and like you said, Goose returns to the lineup after being out for a few weeks with an injury. They feel like he gives them the best chance to win, and you can't lose your position by injury.
We've had 3 touchdowns on opening drives this season. Crowder will go under center. Zone on the handoff to today's starting tailback. The carry was Tay Meadows, picked up a 4.
Exactly how you want to start this game if you're Troy. Kick the ball deep, get a 3 and out, and then Southern Miss punch you the football, and look at the field position already across midfield with only 1 offensive play.
Yeah, it was just a 20-yard punt off the foot of Reed Harradine to set up the quality field position for the Trojans. That's Peyton Higgins, a favorite target of Goose Crowder, in motion. They'll check it down to Tay Meadows. Will be tackled inbounds on that far side. Josh battles with the tackle for the Golden Eagles.
Southern Miss very sticky in the secondary there. Troy ran just simple curl concepts. Goose got all the way through his progression, had to check it down to the running back.
3rd and 3. It's a rushing attack for the Troy Trojans that sits at 123rd, ranked in the entire country. They're dead last in rushing the football. You would think on 3rd and 3 pass, but we'll see. DJ Epps in motion to that top side. Pressure comes, a near interception for Josh Moten, but it's in and out of his hands. And a 3 and out for the Troy Trojans.
Yeah, just a spot route, and this ball is late. Josh Moten has all day to drive on it. If he catches that football, it's a touchdown the other way.
Evan Crenshaw, he is a Ray Guy Award finalist. He'll be punting in a stadium that hangs Ray Guy's number high above his head on the facade here at Roberts Stadium. He's one of the 3 finalists, and he shouldn't be 2 or 3 when they pass out that award. This is why. Downed inside the 5-yard line. He has been a weapon for the Troy Trojans, has Evan Crenshaw. 2nd Golden Eagle offense of possession when we return to Hattiesburg right after this. to get here. Beginning with the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. Austin, I point you to that 5-game winning streak, but it's the 2 L's at the bottom that has many of the black and gold a bit on edge as they arrive to MM Roberts Stadium this afternoon.
Yeah, really before the last 2 weeks, Southern Miss had total control of the West, but slipped up against Texas State, South Alabama.
And then for the Troy Trojans, they as well had a 5-game winning streak. That was behind Tucker Gilcrease, who is in for Goose Crowder. But they've lost 2 of their last 3 ball games, but got right last week against Georgia State.
Yeah, speaking of Goose Crowder, last week against Georgia State, a 4-touchdown performance and over 300 yards passing. So he got back to form and looking to continue that today.
Out of the shadows of an end zone, literally, Braylon Braxton draws him off sides. Going to have a free play downfield to Micah Davis, and is thrown out of bounds. But an encroachment penalty appears to be incoming.
Offside defense in the neutral zone at the snap, number 15. 5-yard penalty. It remains first down. No, correction. It was number 19. Number 19. First down.
The referee today, Tim Barker, a good crew in out of the Sun Belt Conference here this afternoon. So the 5-yard offsides penalty. Little more breathing room for this Blake Anderson offensive coordinator-led offense. It's a rhythm-based offense. You and I talking before the broadcast, probably the start of this for this Golden Eagle offense, really with a point of emphasis, right?
Yeah, really trying to get good first down conversions, stay ahead of the sticks, and then, again, run the football for Southern Miss, something they haven't been able to do extremely well this year.
So Jeffrey Pittman navigates his way across the 10-yard line. Going to set up a 2nd down and short. There's a whole book of plays on Blake Anderson's call sheet for 2nd down and 2. It's a 4 wide receiver set and a check with me situation to that Golden Eagles sideline.
Play clock's getting low.
Golden Eagles had to spend a timeout. You don't see many of these, not timeouts, offensive
Southern
timeouts
Miss.
for the Golden
They're
Eagles.
First.
Probably
30
speaks
seconds.
to the emphasis of the situation right now for the Southern Miss offense early.
Yeah, one of the benefits of going fast as an offense, you're constantly getting the line of scrimmage, snap the ball quick. Well, on a critical down, sometimes you can hard count, take a look at the defense. Offensive coordinator Blake Anderson from the booth can kind of see what he, see the coverage and then dial up the perfect play. Looked like that's what they were trying to do there, but something with the communication, maybe they didn't have the right play, and then the play clock got a little low on them.
It's a defense in Troy only allowing 24.5 points this season per ball game. That's 3rd best in the Sun Belt Conference. They're really good against the pass as well. 4th in the Sun Belt Conference, 8th against the run. 2nd and short. Braylon for the 2nd time moved Pittman from one side to his next. Handoff, Jeffrey Pittman straight ahead, bowling across the 15 out to the 18-yard line goes Jeffrey Pittman for a 1st down.
Southern Miss going fast here, already back to the line of scrimmage.
Up top shot, Chuck Montgomery. He did not come down in the field of play. Good coverage applied by Jaquez White by that Troy secondary.
Chuck Montgomery just didn't save himself any space. You can see he's running down the tick marks on the sideline. He won his leverage, but you've got to save space 4 or 5 yards inside the outside on the sideline there, and that's a completion for a big gain.
Golden Eagles will spread the field wide. That's Carl Chester, who had a big afternoon last weekend down in Mobile. He's on the back of that single file line to the top of the formation. Braylon taking another shot. Here's Elijah Metcalf off a helmet and intercepted on the dive. Devin Lafayette. And the first turnover of this ball game into the hands of the Troy Trojans.
Drilling on the field is an interception. First down.
Here's another look at it as we head to break. Braylon Braxton's pass off the helmet. The corner, I believe, Jaquez White, but it was Devin Lafayette on the dive for the INT for the Troy Trojans. We'll be back. Austin, take us through this shot for this Braylon Braxton-led offense. Kind of a turnover here.
Yeah, so obviously Southern Miss wants to take shots. This ball's a little underthrown. Receiver doesn't come back to the football, and then sometimes it just bounces your way, bounces off Poe's head, and Lafayette's right there to make the play. So I think Southern Miss sees something in the defense. They've been really aggressive down inside the one, taking the shot when they got them to jump off sides and then attacking the safety there. They felt like they had a matchup, but Troy's doing everything they need to do to get ahead early in this ballgame.
It was Justin Poe who had the coverage that it went off his helmet. Goose Crowder's in the gun. Tall in the pocket, a drag across the middle. Complete to Ra Thomas. Out of Eufaula, Alabama, the former Georgia Bulldog with the reception.
It's a quick slant underneath zone coverage for Troy to get some rhythm early on in this ball game. Neither offense really been able to establish anything early.
Thomas again in motion. Handoff. Jordan Lovett. He was stuck. Maybe a gain of a yard. Trojans want to go very fast up tempo. They'll go complete empty here. 3 wide receivers left, 2 to the right.
Excellent job on that last play by Corey Myrick from the safety position.
The screen trying to go to Jordan Lovett out wide. That's incomplete. Third and 9. Troy on this season converting at a 41.4% clip. That's 6th best in the SBC, the Sun Belt Conference.
Now this is a situation 3rd and long with a struggling offensive line that Troy does not want to be in all day. See what Southern Miss does here.
High pass over the head. That was intended for Jordan Lovett, the back out of the slot position. Incomplete on 3rd down.
See what happens up front. Southern Miss twisting the line. Looks like the ball a little bit thrown behind number 1, but could have been caught. just had a little bit too much velocity on it. You could tell Goose Crowder trying to get that football out of his hand, not expecting a lot of protection.
It was the 23rd time inside the 20 by Evan Crenshaw to begin on his first punt. He'll back Elijah Metcalf back to the 3, where he'll call a fair catch. And twice he's gone inside the 5-yard line. Now on the third offensive possession for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles, Crenshaw, a flat weapon also.
Yeah, as advertised early in this ball game, I think people naturally forget about the third phase in special teams unless you're talking to a football coach who always mentions all 3 phases. But for the average fan, maybe don't understand what kind of weapon this is and how difficult it is to start inside your own 5-yard line, pinned deep with 90-something yards to go.
Crenshaw, one of 3 finalists for the Ray Guy Award, and he's not 2 and he's not 3 in the terms of the finalist resume. Direct handoff to Robert Briggs for a few. Briggs again, second level, kept his balance for a first down to the 18-yard line. Loa Lamaui in its center today. Broderick Roman is the right guard. Robert Briggs straight ahead.
Southern Miss winning the line of scrimmage right now. The favorite thing for an offense to do when you're backed up is run the football out. 2 first downs and you flip the field, per se. But you'd love to score and drive the field.
By my count, just the first time this season, Broderick Roman, that right guard, has not been the center for the Golden Eagles. Loa Maui in front of his family, who traveled some 6,179 miles to celebrate Senior Day with him today. From Pago Pago, American Samoa. Robert Briggs tackled by the turf monster at the 29-yard line. It's enough for a first down, but it could have been more.
Oh boy, Robert Briggs had space here. Pick your knees up, young man, and run for days.
Couple of conversions early in this drive for the Golden Eagles. Braylon, a sharp snap count. Throws it downfield. That is caught. Carl Chester climbed the ladder.
What a play on the sideline by Carl Chester. I thought this ball was getting thrown away. It looked like an errant snap. And Braylon Braxton puts this ball in the perfect spot. What a play.
Up-tempo early for both of these offenses. Jalen Carter, the freshman, who got some meaningful snaps late last week. Here's another look at that catch.
Man, what a play. I mean, that's inches away from being batted away.
2nd and 9. That is Carter to the left of Braylon Braxton. Golden Eagles on their first 2 drives, just 22 total yards, 47 yards on this drive alone. Play action pass. Quick throw to Carl Chester. Man coverage from the Troy Trojans out of the secondary. Kalino Levine, the transfer from Missouri State, had the coverage on Carl Chester.
Yeah, just a better defensive call. Levine's sitting flat-footed and inside. Chester's trying to run the glance route or the 5-step slant, and he's sitting all over it. Really good coverage there. The crowd wanted PI, but this is really just good coverage.
Golden Eagles converting on their 3rd downs at 40.6% this season. That's Pittman in motion out of the backfield. Braylon tall into pocket, pressure in his face. He's going down, chased down from behind. There has been a reluctancy to run by Braylon Braxton of late since that injury. That's a situation earlier in this season. You've seen tuck it and go, but not right now.
Yeah, it just doesn't quite look the same as he did pre-injury, for sure, Jason.
Jack Murley is on to punt this football away. He has done so, and the Golden Eagles cannot down it. Boy, that's a mistake by the special teams unit. That should have been down inside the 5 to flip the field position. Either way, a touchback for the Troy Trojans when they get the football when we return to Hattiesburg. all-time. Southern Miss leads the all-time series, but I point you to the very bottom of the graphic. Troy has won 4 straight, including the last 3 in Hattiesburg. Golden Eagles hadn't beat Troy since like 1942 in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Austin.
Wow. Yeah, so Troy, a longtime member of the Sun Belt. Southern Miss has not beaten Troy since they joined the Sun Belt, making this game all the more important for both squads.
Golden Eagles were showing a little bit of early pressure. It's a handoff against the blitz front of the Golden Eagles for a couple. That was Tay Meadows with another carry.
Southern Miss defensive line really winning the line of scrimmage right now against this Troy unit, which is always a major factor, especially today. This Troy offensive line has struggled to protect the passer, so you know they're going to lean on the run game. Coach Parker mentioned that.
Trying to throw the tunnel, and that is in and out of the arms of Anthony Richard. He plays for Southern Miss. That's 2 drop picks for this Golden Eagles secondary.
Yeah, tunnel screen, and Crowder just flips around and kind of throws it blindly. Never want to do that. You want to make sure the throw's there, throw that ball in the dirt. But like you said, that's 2 dropped interceptions for Southern Miss. In a ball game like this, it usually comes down to those big plays. And right now, Troy's getting away with some mistakes.
That is Jamon Tapp with his hand down, working off the left side. They'll find a completion across the middle, but Garrett Ponder had dropped out of his defensive end position, hunting out the receiver.
That's just a perfect read by Ponder. Trying to throw the middle screen, Troy is, and Ponder's dropping off that edge. He read the running back right away, came up and made the play.
Trojans will give the football to their best player at the moment. That's been Evan Crenshaw twice. He's pinned the Golden Eagles back deep. This is a punter with 50-plus punts 20 times on this season. Elijah Metcalf was going to field the punt. We're going to have kick-catch interference as Metcalf was hit prior to the receiving of the punt. That resulted in a fumble on the play.
Take a look at it. Looks like a no-doubter.
Team number 23. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, he's early.
First down.
That's a good call.
It's going to be a big play in this ball game. That's a 15-yard penalty. That was A.Z. Williams who applied the hit to Elijah Metcalf. Be the best starting field position of the afternoon for this Southern Miss Golden Eagle offense.
So far, it feels like it's kind of a field position ball game. Neither offense really clicking. So for Southern Miss to get this ball around the 50-yard line could be big.
Boy, and it's been a bit of good special teams, bit of bad. Southern Miss should have downed the punt down inside the 5 against Troy. Now Trojans with a special teams penalty. Braylon Braxton out to Robert Griggs in space. Close to about an 8 to 9 yard pickup.
Southern Miss just quick, easy ball to the flat there. Again, trying to get in their rhythm and play that tempo style that they love so much.
Second and short, we have seen some plays at this building from this offense on this down and distance. They'll choose Robert Briggs for a few to pick up the first down.
Yeah, just a guard H-back counter play there on second and short, trying to pick up the first. That was a heavy box for Troy. They were looking for it.
Jordan Stringer, leading tackler, weak side backer, was the man who had the first contact on Robert Briggs. Kyron Heath had got just enough of him to allow Briggs to pick up that first down. Heath, the tight end to the right of the formation. Braylon taking a shot downfield. And the penalty flag comes in late on the play. Golden Eagles so far, by my calculation, not much in the middle of the field. They are trying everything vertically, Austin, along the sidelines.
Pass interference. Defense, number 8. 15-yard penalty. It's an automatic first down.
Yeah, you certainly get the sense and that Southern Miss feels like they have an advantage in the secondary with matchups. But again, yeah, he does have a little jersey there. But if you notice, the Troy DBs, the corners, do you see how close the receiver is to the sideline? That's your 12th defender if you're a corner. You want to get hip to hip, force him to the sideline. They're really doing a nice job on those go balls. Southern Miss gets bailed out there with the penalty.
Hard snap count again from Braylon Braxton. This is a free play. He'll overshoot Elijah Metcalf. Boy, Braylon's worked the snap count. It's kind of a lost art in today's shotgun offenses.
Offside. Defense, number 93, in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Yeah, Southern Miss done a lot of that this year. Braylon has done a good job with his hard counts, and then when he does get you to jump off sides, they're going to go ahead and snap that football and take a shot downfield. Doesn't always work, but you see Aaron Rodgers do that. Been watching Aaron Rodgers do that on Sundays forever and making a lot of money doing it. So good job by the Southern Miss offense.
It's Micah Davis in motion. Handoff, Jeffrey Pittman trying to slip a tackle and can't. Jaquez White had the stop, so did Justin Poe there for the Troy Trojans.
A lot of single high safety for Troy so far defensively. While that's significant, I think that's why you're seeing Southern Miss attack the perimeter in the passing game, because they're getting a heavy box. You can see right here, 7, that 8th hat isn't that far away. Safeties are low. So Troy's coming out in this ball game and saying, hey, you're going to have to beat us through the air.
Braylon will try it through the air. Elijah Metcalf couldn't come down with it. Another penalty flag comes in as well.
Pass interference. Defense, number 5. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So it's been a drive full of Trojan penalties.
Let's take a look. This ball kind of hangs in the air. He's a little early, but, man, I don't know. If I'm wearing white, I don't love that call. That ball's thrown into a tight window. It's kind of bang-bang. I think it depends on what color you're wearing, whether you like to see that call go one way or another.
Yeah,
but
whether you believe it's correct or not.
That's right. I tend to like to see less flags. That's just – I like to let the kids on the field, play hard and let some things go, but that gets the ball inside the 10 for Southern Miss.
Oh, the Golden Eagle offense with a wrinkle. This is Jacoby Robinson in at quarterback. Braylon Braxton was in at the slot receiver.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the offense, both holding. Number 62 and number 62 and number 75. Only one foul will be only one penalty will be enforced. It's still first down.
So a penalty on the Golden Eagle offense. They had 2 infractions of holds. Aloha Lamaui as well as Hayes Creel with a hold.
D-line gets out kind of over their toes. You'll see that maneuver by an offensive line where they take their hands and just shove them in the ground. That has a feel of a makeup call, in my opinion.
Jeffrey Pittman bounces off the left side. They'll get down to the 6-yard line.
Not a whole lot of space inside. Jeffrey Pittman does a nice job beating that backer to the edge with speed.
Jordan Stringer, who went for the shoestring tackle on Pittman.
Looks like pressure here from Troy. Off the edge.
First red zone opportunity for either offense. Braylon Braxton, back shoulder throw. Braylon Brown working for it. Polino Levine had the coverage.
Offside in the neutral zone at the snap. Defense number 19. Be it after this, it's first down.
But you kind of get the sense both teams sort of amped up here early. See some shots downfield. Some early encroachment from this defensive front from Troy.
Man, that was Really good coverage by Levine. Number 5 having a heck of a ball game so far. But yeah, a lot of one-on-one in the secondary so far for Southern Miss, and I think that's what Troy wants to do, the way they're playing in the secondary.
You see what this Southern Miss offense has done this season in the red zone. Looking for points early here in this first quarter. Jacoby Robinson, design QB power. It's going to be a loss. Back to the 8-yard line. Boy, the Troy Trojans weren't fooled with that.
Yeah, it's an all-out pressure. That's the benefit. If you can play man-to-man, single high safety, and just crowd the box and pressure, you're going to have a tough time running anything as far as the run game is concerned. So Troy's got a clear plan coming into this ball game. Let's see how Southern Miss will adjust to that.
Southern Miss has not scored points in the first quarter in the last 2 games. Jeffrey Pittman's denied here, dropped at the 10-yard line. And a field goal unit for the Golden Eagle offense will come on.
It's a quick screen here, 3rd and long from the 9. Southern Miss trying to play it a little bit safe, but what an excellent job by defensive coordinator Dante Wright and this Troy defense to hold early in the ball game. Both teams kind of looking for that big score to jump out on front. Troy defense stands tall inside the red zone.
28-yard attempt for the true freshman Creighton Wilbanks. High snap, ugly kick, no good. Wide left. Wilbanks has missed his last 2 attempts going back to last week down in Mobile, and the Troy Trojans get a win in the red zone. No points given up to this Golden Eagle offense here with 56 seconds left in the opening quarter.
Wow. Yeah, really just a chip shot, and he pulls it. You can see there all laces were not out. So as a kicker, you don't love to see that. But you'd think at that distance it wouldn't be a factor. But you just get the feel right now that both teams are playing a little tight, making some mistakes. You can tell the stakes are high. And whoever calms down first and plays their game will have a chance.
Ethan Connor, the tight end, was in motion. Goose Crowder, he can run a little bit out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. And yes, if you're wondering, Goose, he's named after that. Brother of his said he watched Top Gun so much he was obsessed with the character in the movie. The nickname stuck.
Talk to me, Goose.
First name Will.
Yeah.
But Goose Crowder is what we'll use. It is the preferred name. There is a Golden Eagle down. That is Broderius Lewis down for the Golden Eagles. One of the 31 seniors plus graduates honored today at Senior Day here at Roberts Stadium. He's a holdover from a year ago, the native out of Prattville, Alabama. Kind of a guy that sort of, his personality is what warmed Charles Huff to him. You see him chasing the play. This is who Broderius Lewis is right there. That's a big defensive lineman downfield. Getting that stop on Goose Crowder.
Yeah, I think it's that play right there, that personality, that high motor, play hard type of guy that he is, that would warm him up to any coach. We'd love to see that.
2nd and 4 for Troy. They just got a red zone stand from a 1st and goal situation for the Golden Eagle offense. Mike Montgomery's barking signals he's back. Didn't play a week ago for this Golden Eagle defense. They're trying Josh Moten once more to the far side. And he deflects that pass. Another pass broken up for Mr. Moten, his 10th of the year.
Moten in man-to-man coverage, playing press, little hitch route. That's going to be tough on him. Not a great route versus man, and Josh Moten, a very talented corner.
3rd and 4. No 3rd down conversions today for either club. Goose Crowder, back foot, fires. That is caught That's his favorite third down target. Peyton Higgins has the first third down conversion for the Troy Trojans today.
Yeah, Southern Miss plays zone. A little surprise there on a third manageable, third and medium. Troy was able to just sit down in that little zone, and Crowder was able to find him.
1 quarter of play
in the
books as advertised, with the Western Division title hanging in the balance between Troy and Southern Miss. No score. We'll be back. This seems significant today as we get ready to start the second quarter. You're looking at a rush offense for Troy ranked 123rd, but the rush defense for the Golden Eagles has not been very good either, 114th in the country. But right now, just 14 yards of rushing offense for the Troy Trojans. That's a point of emphasis from Coach Parker.
Yeah, right now Southern Miss is winning that battle up front. They've struggled all year, but the matchup today, not a whole lot going really for either team offensively.
Speaks to it here. Empty set. 4 receivers to the top. That's Lovett, the tailback, all the way above the 30 on the top of your screen. They're taking a shot for Jordan Lovett. He'll work back and make the catch. What a play from Jordan Lovett, the tailback, all the way to the far side of that field, working back to the football.
Yeah, good play by Lovett coming back. It's one-on-one down the sideline. Ball's a little underthrown, but that's fine. Keeps the ball in play. Big play from Troy to get them kind of going.
They had Chris Jones, the backer, in coverage in that empty set formation. Tate Meadows is the running back left of Goose Crowder. Meadows, a little jump cut, finds some space inside the 40-yard line.
The heavy downhill run there. Got a bunch set to the boundary. A nice 5-yard gain on first down.
It's been some missed opportunities for the Golden Eagles to start this ball game. Troy settling in, got their first third down conversion on this drive to Peyton Higgins. See the completion to Lovett. Now set up a second down and 5. Play action pass. Goose Crowder motioned out. It's caught. That's DJ Epps off a beautiful performance last week against Georgia State. 8 receptions, 103 yards, and a couple touchdowns.
Play action pass, just get him to the edge. Nice easy completion to Epps. He's a guy, as you mentioned, that want to get the football in his hands because he's so good after the catch.
And you kind of felt like with the lack of ability to protect the quarterback this year for the Trojan offense, they would move Goose Crowder around today. Sort of sprint out style on the passes, if you will. Epps again. Nope, check that, not Epps. Ra Thomas on the near side with the completion.
Penix there at corner on the tackle, just kind of playing soft. Good job by Crowder taking what the defense gives you.
I believe the Golden Eagles have called a timeout. This has been
Timeout.
in that territory.
Southern Miss.
They love to slow everything
30
down.
seconds.
Talk about it defensively. We'll see what Charles Huff and company have to say about a second and short when we return. Trojans with a reception today. It's a balanced receiving attack. 4 guys with over 300+ receiving yards and 3+ receiving touchdowns on the season. By the way, Ethan Connor, a tight end. That's how good he's been to just be thrown in that category with this wide receiver unit.
Yeah, an offense that really likes to spread the football around, makes it difficult for you to key on one guy defensively.
You see what happens today. The winner finds itself in the Sun Belt Conference Championship. That'll be next Friday night up in Harrisonburg, Virginia. The Dukes of JMU await the fate of one of these two institutions. Goose Crowder's got a second down and 2. Trojans are on the move. Tay Meadows straight ahead. He'll have the first down. Chris Jones has him wrapped up by the waist.
Yeah, and whoever it is, Troy or Southern Miss, they've got their work cut out
They
for them
sure
next
do.
Friday night. James Madison's done an incredible job and ran away with the East on the other side of this conference.
Meadows again, left tackle side.
Well, both of these teams want their shot right now. They're looking for a little footing in this game. I think whoever scores first, this is a big drive for Troy. Whoever kind of gets settled in is going to have a big advantage.
Look at what Troy's done in the red zone this season, 27-32. Just 5 missed opportunities across the entire season body of work, if you will. Crowder's got Lovett to his right. He's got a big reception on this drive. Good coverage by the Golden Eagles. Goose Crowder had to eat it, pull it down when he checked out wide to DJ Epps. Golden Eagles had the coverage that he wasn't necessarily expecting.
Yeah, this is an RPO all the way. Looks like the safety for Southern Miss. Didn't quite see his number there, who that was. But he got underneath that flat route, so Crowder had to pull it down. So that's really a coverage play in the secondary for Southern Miss.
This is a huge down early in this ball game. Golden Eagles just missed 3 points. Trojans trying to capitalize inside the red zone. 3rd and 5. They're 1 of 4 today in 3rd down conversions.
Southern Miss brings pressure.
Crowder tosses it. That's his favorite 3rd down target. Peyton Higgins just finds a way to move the chains. Once more, 2nd 3rd down conversion on the drive.
And that's just good on good. Higgins versus Foster. Southern Miss's nickel back. He beats him on the quick out. Nice throw and catch for a big conversion.
Little shift from that Golden Eagle defensive front. You see Goose Crowder bring a man in motion. Handoff, Jordan Lovett. This is where you want to be able to run the ball, right?
That's
here,
correct.
Right?
There's going to be an extra hat in the box. You're going to have to run over a safety. We're just going to have to be more physical. If you're a defense down inside the 5 and you can make the other team throw the football, that's a win in and of itself.
Golden Eagles, substitutions. Boy, look at this look. Really 7 men on the line of scrimmage. Goose Crowder's under center. Counter action by Tay Meadows, and he's in. A touchdown for Troy. The first points are on the board to the men of Troy. 6-0.
Yeah, just a really good design by Troy here. As you mentioned, they got big, 7 on the line of scrimmage, 22 personnel, 2 tight ends, 2 backs. They run the counter play. Everybody blocks down, 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 makes Southern Miss think they're going right. Lovett cuts it back.
Scott Taylor Renfro's extra point try is true. Running the ball, it was emphasized in our conversation with Jared Parker. He said, we need to do it. They get it done inside the red zone. Troy on top, 7-0. We'll be back. The Eagles missed an opportunity on a field goal to strike first. Jared Parker's got to be awfully pleased with the way his offense responded. A couple big third down conversions by Peyton. Higgins on that offensive drive. They ran the football down near the end zone, Austin. And how about this? They're 18-3 since 2022 in scoring first.
Wow, that's a big stat to lean on. I think both offenses are a little flat, so the fact that Troy gets out in front early, gets that first score is big for him.
Kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line, first down.
Patty McAteer, that would just inside the 1-yard line out of bounds. So 1st and 10 for the Golden Eagle offense now from the 35. It's response time if you're here for the black and gold. And kind of a critical moment of this opening half with 10 minutes left in the second quarter. You just kind of feel, okay, each team sort of felt each other out in that opening quarter. Now it's time for some action.
Well, I think Troy just has a good plan, and Southern Miss has not been able to take advantage of what they're doing on defense. They're up in their face, playing a lot of man-to-man, not every snap, but for the most part, playing some single safety, stopping the run. They're able to pressure the quarterback, and then on the perimeter, Southern Miss just hasn't made the big plays. They had one play to Carl Chester down the sideline, but for the most part, really held this offense at bay.
Well, you can see Troy really playing off of Carl Chester here on the bottom of the formation. Hand off to Jeffrey Pittman. He is going absolutely nowhere. Into the arms of Elijah Davis, the South Carolina transfer.
Yeah, really nowhere to run. There he is right there, number 11.
Elijah Davis with the stop. Play action pass. Braylon taking a chance. Man wide open. Doc Chapman's overthrown. Braxton has missed on a couple today.
Wow, Chapman uncovered. A blown coverage by Troy down the sideline. And, man, you really just see the rust from Braylon Braxton. That thing's got 6 all over it. He hadn't missed a throw like that all year, seemingly.
See the afternoon for Braylon. 3 of 7, 32 yards. The one pick off the helmet of Justin Poe. Man into the neutral zone, taking another chance. Back shoulder throw to Carl Chester. Don't know that they got the infraction this time. And that's going to be a quick 3 and out for this Golden Eagle offense. Boy, a blown opportunity with the Doc Chapman wide open chance on really a free play, if you will, for the Golden Eagle offense. Reed Harradine will punt this football away to Peyton Higgins, who is dropped immediately. Nice special teams tackle by Mathis Haygood. It'll be the Trojan offense right back on the field at the Rock when we return. Troy's overcome a bit of adversity in this ball game. You look at what their per game average is on the season, about 53 yards. They're the least penalized team in the Sun Belt Conference, but they've got 53 of them today. But a 7-0 lead in the football back. They sort of have weathered the storm, sort of a start on the road. Winning games is hard on the road, Austin, and they've kind of weathered that storm.
Yeah, they have. And Southern Miss hasn't really been able to take advantage of the opportunities they've had. And it puts Troy in a really good position. Really, this game's playing out how they want it to. Just a tough defensive football game. That's what Troy has done all year in victories, just leaned on their defense.
Quickly thrown out to Jordan Lovett. Gets off the tackle at Ian Foster. He'll have the first down with Jordan Lovett. It's his 4th reception today. Bruce Crowder's going down, sacked by this defensive front. In to make the stop was Jaden McKinney.
Yeah, good job by McKinney there. You see defensive tackle Ishmael really forces the sack, working on the right tackle. Good play for Southern Miss.
No one allows more sacks in the entire country than the Troy Trojan offense. That's not a number you want to be. 134 out of 134 in the FBS.
Yeah, really so far, Troy's done a nice job managing that, especially Goose getting the ball out of his hand, and then play call, just the style of play calls, quick passes, hasn't been a factor until just now.
Couple yard carry for Jordan Lovett.
See if Southern Miss dials up a little pressure here with that in mind.
Those 2 third-down conversions came last drive, resulted in points for Troy. Pressure as Crowder throws, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Penix has got it. His defense knows what to do with it as well. Already a couple of defensive scores on the year and a turnover created by this defense. Their first in the last 3 ball games. It's a secondary that leads the country in takeaways, AD.
Yeah, there's Jonathan Penix right where he needs to be. There's pressure on the quarterback. He has to get rid of it a little sooner. Your best pass defense forever and always will be a good pass rush. That's a great opportunity right there. Southern Miss with a big play, exactly what they needed to get back in this ballgame.
I don't think it's an overstatement when you say it's a must-score situation early in this ball game for the Golden Eagle offense off the turnover.
Yeah, you got to punch it in right here if you're Southern Miss.
Matt Jones is the tailback. Kyron Heath is a favorite target down in this area. He's in as the H-back. Matt Jones with a carry, not much. TJ Thompson had the tackle for Troy.
I think Braylon Braxton's going to have to put this team on his back and throw the football. Troy is playing extremely heavy boxes, some 8, even 9-man boxes at times.
You can see the field is spread. That in-helmet communication, you see Braylon sort of covering up those ear holes, wanting to hear the play call. 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Matt Jones with a little space inside the 10.
Well, you think this is 4-down territory, Jason?
I don't know. It's awfully
a little early for that.
Yeah, and it's a game that's got that defensive feel to it.
Yeah, you got to take
points
the points.
Matter. Yeah. But it feels
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 like you need it.
significant, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
3rd and 6. True freshman Jalen Carter in as the back to the left of Braxton. Micah Davis is down on the bottom of the formation. Shifting from that defensive front. The coverage bails. Braylon Braxton rolling right. Going to toss high to Micah Davis. Did he come down? No. He had the reception, but he could not come down in bounds. Micah Davis is shaken up on the play as well.
Officials timeout.
A bang-bang play in the back of the end zone as Micah Davis puts the brakes on and gets behind the defense just outside the white line. Good play by Troy in the secondary. Looks like 44 Luke Hodge there at the point of attack to make the play. Just big time play right there.
What he helped do is not allow Micah Davis to come directly down, sort of gave him that little shove to where he would have to land out of bounds.
I think they got the call right, and if you're Southern Miss, got to take the points here as much as you hate it. Big stop for Troy. That's their second one of the ball game.
It is.
Inside the 10.
They avoided points the last time. Creighton Wilbanks will line it up just inside the hash on a 27-yard attempt. This one executed. 3 points for the Golden Eagle offense. It's a 7-3 ball game here in Hattiesburg. In sort of the start, the feel, kind of felt like this game would have this style of fight to it, didn't you?
Yeah, I think you expect this from Troy coming into the ball game. You expect them to be good on defense. I think the biggest thing so far for Southern Miss is they're really not playing their best game, and you got to give Troy a lot of credit for that too. But some missed opportunities. He's gotten this game really tight with only 5:43 to go in the second. Just not a lot of offense for either team.
And it's just a reminder of what's at stake across this Sun Belt Conference, as the winner wins the West. It would be the 3rd Sun Belt Championship game appearance in 4 seasons for Troy, the first in the Parker administration. Southern Miss is looking for their first appearance in that Sun Belt Conference Championship game as well.
Yeah, so you've had Troy, who's been really a staple last handful of years with John Summerall, who's now at Tulane. And then Parker takes over last year. But like you said, his first opportunity to get this Troy team back to the Sun Belt Championship game. And the way this afternoon's going, he's got to be somewhat pleased to this point. Southern Miss favored coming into the ball game.
DJ Epps will see this down in the end zone. It's a touchback. That's where the Troy offense will take over. Not necessarily lighting it up, but it's 116 yards. They've done 82 through the air to start, 34 on the ground, but they ran it when it mattered. It was down inside the red zone. This offense is 2 of 6 on 3rd downs. Both of those conversions to Peyton Higgins. Tay Meadows is the back behind Goose Crowder. Counter play up to about the 28.5-yard line.
Chris Jones there, Mike Montgomery, 2 staples all year for Southern Miss. Those 2 inside backer positions. Really a defense for Southern Miss that's avoided the injury bug. They've been fairly healthy all year, and that's a big deal late in the season.
Tay Meadows again using the same counter action. Picks up a yard out to the 30. 3rd and 5
Corey Myrick again fitting that run from his safety position. He's not scared to get his hat down inside the box and make a play. Love seeing that from a safety.
Gotta watch Lovett out of the backfield. He's been a factor today. 3 receptions, 39 yards, a 26 long reception today. That was Higgins in motion. They were looking to Lovett first. They'll check it down to Peyton Higgins. Boy, it's like death taxes and Peyton Higgins for third down conversions for the Troy offense.
Well, Southern Miss trying to create confusion. They showed a 1 high, bailed to 2, but the thing is Higgins just does a nice job finding that void in the zone. They've done that twice now on 3rd down. Crowder goes straight for Higgins. He knows he can trust him. That's where his mental play, knowing where to sit down, can help.
I think it speaks to why Goose Crowder is back at quarterback as well for Troy. No panic. The picture changed. He knew where to go with it. He'll bail out of the pocket here. He'll be stuck. Loss on the play. Chris Jones introduced himself to Goose Crowder.
Yeah, just good flow from the linebackers, Chris Jones and Haygood. There's Chris Jones, just a swarm of Golden Eagles at the point of attack.
Goose started 3 of 8 in the ball game, 7 of 8 since. He did throw the 1 INT that led to the 3 points for the Golden Eagle offense just a moment ago. Play action pass. Toss to this near side. It's complete to DJ Epps.
That throw there for Troy's really been there. They're getting that 2 tight end set. Southern Miss going to single high. Corners are on an island out there, so they're staying over the top. So that quick little out route or hitch or anything underneath could be something they come back to.
Converted 3 of their last 4 third downs. They started 0 for 3.
I think Southern Miss goes man pressure here. Giving up a few 3rd downs, sitting in that soft zone. I think you're going to see a change up here.
Timeout.
Jared Parker says we're going to talk about this one. Here for a moment, sitting at 3rd down and 6. What you were kind of alluding to, right, is Jason Seymour, the defensive coordinator. He's a guy loves the film room, sleeps in his office a couple days. This is what he feasts on, right? Or moments like these, kind of early in the ball game. Late in this 2nd quarter, though, now it's time to sort of change the look, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think if you're just playing the odds, that he's gotten you a couple times, bailing out, trying to change the picture. Experienced quarterbacks aren't going to have as much of a problem with that. So I'd like to see Southern Miss man up and bring some pressure here. And then if you're Troy, you kind of anticipate that, right? So it's always the cat and mouse game. You're always trying to be 1 step ahead instead of one step behind.
He just doesn't mean something. That's Eric Mathis, the defensive line coach for Southern Miss, inside the numbers, coaching his guys up. Trips formation, that's Higgins inside slot receiver to the top of the formation. You watch him, he's converted the last 3 first downs for Troy.
Just like we thought, man-to-man.
Crowder has to pull it down, and he's dropped. Beautiful open field tackle by Mathis Haygood. Make a play on special teams, get some reps on defense.
And that is a big play. You see all the green grass out in front. And that's why a running quarterback is so valuable. When you play man-to-man and you turn your back to him and you're in coverage, if he breaks that defensive line, he's going to run for a long time.
2-minute timeout.
So Haygood on the spy there makes a big play.
Huge 3rd down stop for the black and gold. 4th down and 6. When we return to Hattiesburg, got a good one brewing. We'll be back. Back in Hattiesburg, 4th and 6. A weapon for the Troy Trojans already twice today inside the 20. Both of those actually ended up inside the 5. And a fake. Evan Crenshaw is going to throw it, and the Trojans have converted.
What a call.
That was to the bandit, Donnie Smith.
What a call in this situation. Rolls the dice, 2 minutes to go in the half. You call that play right there. Troy came to win. Excellent execution. They got the look they wanted. Rolls right and just dumps it over to Smith. Big change of events there. Momentum for the Troy Trojans.
Somewhere a special teams coordinator is smiling. Troy receives the second half kickoff as well. Quick pass to DJ Epps. Couple missed tackles from that Golden Eagles secondary. Momentum is a funky thing out of the 2-minute timeout.
Yeah, Troy's going fast. You really see Epps' elusiveness on that play. About 2 Golden Eagles had a chance to get him down, but unable to.
Jason Worley in motion. It's a give. Tate Meadows down to the 30, converts the first down.
Troy's sitting on a couple timeouts, so plenty of time right here. A minute is almost an eternity if you're Southern Miss right now.
Meadows looking left. It's been the defensive front for Southern Miss that has won the battle against the Trojan running game to this point. Just 43 yards on the ground for the Trojans.
Please reset the game clock to 53 seconds. 53 seconds on the game clock, please.
Timeout spent by the men of Troy. About the play call on the fake punt. Boy, those are decisions within games that can win you games, and you alluded to it. Jared Parker came to win.
Yeah, he came to win and rolled the dice at the right time. And a lot of times, a fake like this, a special teams unit could be working that play all season, getting ready for the right time to call it. Maybe not. Maybe they saw something in Southern Miss's punt defense or punt return unit, and they put that play in. But most likely, they've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and finally they get the look at the time, and head coach makes the call. Like you said, special teams coordinators around the country all fired up about that one.
Yeah, boy, I tell you, too, that just the momentum with them getting the ball to start the second half. This is a massive 2nd and 9. Goose Crowder with all kinds of time. Peyton Higgins is going to catch it and pay for it, but convert it. That's the 4th third down conversion for Peyton Higgins on the afternoon.
That's guy making a play. That ball was 2 yards behind him. He reaches back and makes the play.
Tate Meadows, left side, just a few, down to the 16-yard line. So 1 timeout in the pocket of the Trojans.
Really surprised they ran it there. Clock's really getting low now.
Crowder's taking his shot. He's got a man. It's Peyton Higgins open in the end zone, blown coverage. And the Trojans turn a fake punt into 6 points.
There's one man you do not want to leave uncovered, and that's Mr. Higgins. Watch the right side of your screen. Nobody goes to the corner. Could have been a blown coverage by 1 or 6. But nonetheless, the Troy Trojans take a big fake punt, turn it into points.
Scott Taylor Renfro will complete the process. 14-3, Troy with 18 seconds left in the first half. And what a play call once more for the Trojans. To what's been their staple, their target today on 3rd down, Peyton Higgins. He's been that all season long, over 20 receptions on the season coming in. That's, as you
number
put
13 is number 68
trying to win a
for Southern Miss.
championship. That took some guts to make
Yeah,
that fake punt call. I mean, with the way their defense has been playing for Jared Parker and company, you're thinking, hey, let's just pin them back. Crenshaw's done a great job twice today inside the 5, and instead he says, you know what, we came here to win.
Yeah.
Let's try this.
I mean, you got to think the alternative, if you don't pick that up, you give it to them at that field position, and then they score before half. So a roll of the dice, and it paid off.
Goose Crowder's gotten hot. He's completed 11 of his last 12 pass attempts. This is 5 yards deep in the end zone off the foot of Patty McAteer. So 18 seconds, 1 timeout. Probably feels inevitable to hit a knee. Call it good, down 11. Can't afford a mistake. Here's Southern Miss. It's an offense that's going to have to find its way in the second half if the black and gold are going to make a trip to Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Taking a lot of time here. Maybe they see something they like. Tried to draw them off sides for a free play.
Too high safety look from the Trojans. Braylon going to check it down to Elijah Metcalf. Get out of bounds with 11 seconds.
Anybody's ball game at this point going into the half, but someone's going to have to figure something out on offense.
This is what Braylon has not done recently. That is scamper out of the pocket. There is a penalty flag in the backfield as well.
Flag down in the area of holding, you can see there. Looks like that's what we're going to get.
Holding, offense number 75. It's a 10-yard penalty, second down.
Second holding infraction on Hayes Creel on the afternoon. Braylon will hit a knee. First half to the men of Troy. 14-3. A fake punt led to points. And a first half lead for the Trojans. We'll be back to talk about it at Roberts Stadium as you're watching Sun Belt Conference football on ESPN. A Western Division title in limbo in the first half, won by the men of Troy 14-3 here in Hattiesburg. As we return inside our broadcast booth, I'm Jason Baker alongside my color analyst Austin Davis. Kind of the style of fight we anticipated, right?
Yeah, just a really evenly matched ball game so far, and for Troy, came down to that fake punt, and they converted and then went down and scored and took the lead 14-3. But a defensive battle right now. Southern Miss with only 93 yards of offense. That's the #1 offense in the Sun Belt. So this Troy Trojan defense doing a heck of a job.
Boy, and they showed up to Hattiesburg to win and put a berth themselves into the championship game. This is how they did it. Talk us through what Goose Crowder has done in this opening half.
Yeah, he's done a nice job managing the ball game. Only has the 1 interception, so limiting his turnovers, a big part of it. Again, it's been a defensive ball game, so neither offense has just been spectacular, but Troy has done enough. Again, the fake punt to steal a possession, if you will. And then Higgins has been good. He scored the touchdown on the busted play by Southern Miss. They've lost him in the secondary, and that's one guy, if you're Southern Miss, you don't want to lose track of.
And they were able to run the ball in the red zone with Tay Meadows. Their defense has been able to sort of stifle the ground game of the Golden Eagle offense as well.
I've been really impressed with Troy on defense. We've covered a lot of games. We really hadn't seen anybody do this to Southern Miss on offense. Again, #1 offense in the Sun Belt, hadn't been able to do much. So Troy's got a game. They had a game plan, obviously, but really came out and executed it, playing a lot of man-to-man. They're mixing coverages and giving this Southern Miss offense all they want.
And on the black and gold side of things for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles, Austin, it's an offense right now. Their leader in Braylon Braxton, you can tell he's not 100%, and that's been an effect on him.
Yeah, he doesn't look the same. He went out a couple weeks ago with a knee injury. He missed 1 ball game, then played last week. But you can kind of tell he's not moving around the same way, and that's definitely had an impact on this ball game. He's been the leader all year. He's been really good with his feet and able to move the pocket when he needs to. But right now he's really just trying to do it with his arm, and they just don't have the same flow as we've seen in previous ball games.
Made a comment just a couple of minutes ago in the broadcast that they're going to have to trust Braylon Braxton even further with his arm to be able to kind of wing this out. We've seen a lot of vertical game from the passing game standpoint of Southern Miss. They must like their matchups out there.
Yeah, just haven't been able to connect, right? I think they're going to continue to go to that, but they haven't been able to connect as much as they would have liked. But see there, Penix with the pick that kind of got them really the only points they have. Troy stood up inside their own 10-yard line a couple times.
It's a secondary that has been opportunistic. That was the Wilbanks field goal from 27 yards that the Golden Eagles had to settle for. They made a big stop on Goose Crowder here, but that was right before that fake punt that really was the play of the first half. 14-3 Troy at the half at Roberts Stadium. We'll return to Hattiesburg with much more. 14-3 at the half today here in Hattiesburg, Mississippi at Roberts Stadium. A look to those first half stats, Austin. What really stands out to me, the 3 for 8 on third downs. Golden Eagles without a third down conversion in this ballgame.
Yeah, this just hasn't been a performance for Southern Miss on offense that they expected. You can see there the total yards, only 93, and then the one turnover on the interception on the batted ball. But Troy hasn't done a whole lot, but done enough. This is a defensive coordinator's dream type of ball game. I hesitate to say sloppy ball game because we tend to do that when the scores aren't very high, but both defenses playing well.
So when you look at it from the standpoint of the second half, what's got to change? Let's begin with Troy. What do they need to do to maintain their lead?
Well, I think Troy, as we mentioned early in the broadcast, they want to run the football. So if you get a lead late in the second half, really hammer down on that run game and get that clock in your favor. If you're Southern Miss, you got to figure out what to do on offense. Okay, Troy's going to continue to play in man, single high safety, and attack the line of scrimmage. Who's going to make plays for you? Are you going to be able to run the football? It's just offense we haven't seen struggle like this all season long.
It's going to really be on the arm of Braylon Braxton, isn't it, for the Golden Eagle offense, it feels like?
I think so. I mean, usually when a team wins a championship or a division crown, it's players. You hear it all the time. It's players, not plays. Well, Braylon Braxton's been that guy for Southern Miss all year. He's going to have to do it in the second half.
Here's why this game matters the most. The east side, that's been decided. JMU on the road against Coastal, 23-point favorites tonight over in the Myrtle Beach, Conway area. But you see that top of the West. And really, once these two teams got rolling on those 5-game win streaks, you sort of kind of circled this last ball game on the last Saturday in November.
Yeah, it kind of felt like it could come down to this. At one point, Southern Miss really felt like they may run away with the West. They lost their last 2 ball games to make this a de facto division championship game. So it's going to be a good one. Both teams are still in it. It's been a little slow, but it's going to be a fun second half.
Yeah, it sure is. 14-3 at the half at Roberts. Behind us, the traditional Amazing Grace being played by the pride of Mississippi as they honor the seniors of the band on Senior Day. We'll be back with much more action in the start of the third quarter when we return. The third quarter awaits, and so does the Western Division title. We'll decide it when we return to Hattiesburg, Mississippi and M.M. Roberts Stadium. Troy on top 14-3. Back with the start after this. In the first half, it really feels that way as we get ready to start the third quarter. Troy will receive this football to begin the Western Division title. Has just 30 more minutes left before it's decided. Austin, this ought to be fantastic.
Yeah, it's be a fun half of football. This is why you do all the training, all that you do through the spring and the summers to put yourself in games like this. Both teams still have a chance to win it. Let's see what happens.
Reed Herodite sends this 3.5 yards deep into the end zone. Well, talk to me, Goose. He got hot late in the opening half, 11 for his last 12, Austin.
Yeah, had a couple, got away with a couple throws early. Felt like Southern Miss could have picked off on the screen pass and then Moten on the spot route. But since then, he's been really good, and then they converted after that fake punt. So he's going to have to continue to manage this game, make a few plays down the stretch, but going to have to avoid the turnovers if Troy's going to hang on and win this ball game.
That only incompletion was the INT to Jonathan Penix for Southern Miss. Boot action. Goose Crowder has his pass incomplete. Can't be caught by Trey Swartz.
Yeah, Swartz really open on the crossing route. Really nice design, great throw, just a drop.
That's what we thought, right? You could see late in that second quarter, Jason Seymour began to turn the pressure knob up a little bit, trying to get into the face of Goose Crowder. So now they come back to start the third quarter, boot action, moving him around in the pocket, probably anticipating some of that pressure coming. Jordan Lovett has the handoff. He's going maybe for half a yard.
Yeah, Chris Jones just scraped over the top from that backer position. As soon as Lovett bounced, he was right there. Nowhere to run the football.
What a tackle from the sophomore linebacker. Entered today with 119 of those. Already added to the total this afternoon. Trying for a 3-and-out as this Golden Eagle defense.
Southern Miss goes back to man-to-man.
Screen, it's caught. DJ Epps leans for the first down. They are gonna mark him short. Half a yard short of the 35-yard line.
Man, he was close. Really good play call. You can see Gibson out there from defensive line for Southern Miss. Good pursuit. Troy looks like they may roll the dice here. I don't blame them. Half a yard.
We talked about running the football at length in this first half. See if it's no play. No, it's not. It's Goose Crowder. He is going nowhere. I don't think so. What a defensive stand to start the third quarter for the black and gold. They needed half a yard. They didn't get any
Ruling
of
on the
it.
field as the runner is short of the line of the game. It's first down.
I mean, he gets absolutely stood up in the middle there. They needed a foot to get the first down. Quarterback sneaks the call. Southern Miss just stood up right there.
Najee Hollenbach, the nose guard, breathes life back into Roberts Stadium. If you're Jason Seymour in your defense, you couldn't have scripted a better start to the second half. Now for Blake Anderson and this Golden Eagle offense, it's time for them to go to work. That's Kyron Heath out of the slot, set down as the H-man. Braxton throwing, steps up in the pocket. Downfield to Elijah Metcalf, and it's overthrown.
Threw it into a little bit of traffic there. Not surprised to see Southern Miss take a shot there after the turnover. Do a little post. Inside guy had the corner, but was covered pretty well. I think a healthy Braylon Braxton takes off running right there. He had a lot of green grass in front of him for a first down play.
Sure did. 2nd and 10. A 4th down stop to begin the third quarter. Jeffrey Pittman in space. That'll help get the offense going, but there is a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense, number 56. 10-yard penalty. It's 2nd down.
Greg Nunnery, today's left guard, called for the hold.
We'll take a look there. I wasn't real sure. What, 62?
He called 56.
56.
Greg Nunnery.
Okay.
So it was down the field. So it's 2nd down now in 14.
That's a big call. 2nd and 15. 2nd and 14.
Braylon will choose to run ahead to the 35-yard line, which was the original line of scrimmage. Sets up a 3rd and 10.
What a big possession here. You got to think Southern Miss might go for this regardless. So need to get a few here to make it a 4th down and manageable.
Look at the shell coverage Troy is showing at the moment. Three safety look.
Yeah, and that's a picture that can completely change at the snap.
Braylon under pressure, boots to his left, throws. Kyron Heath, tippy toes down, inbounds. But a penalty flag in the backfield negates the big play for this Golden Eagle offense.
Offense number 56. 10-yard penalty, third down.
They got Greg Nunnery again at that left tackle spot. He's got some jersey there.
Looked like it had happened on the boot action from Braylon Braxton. Would have been a massive conversion for this Golden Eagle offense. As Nunnery's in at left tackle for Blake Bustard. A little shuffling of the offensive line today with Aloha Maui at the center. Elijah Metcalf on the tunnel screen down to the 42. It was just a pickup of 3. A bit of shoving at the end of the play. Things are getting chippy in Hattiesburg. Punt unit is on for the Golden Eagles.
Take a look at what happened. Tried the tunnel screen, just couldn't get free. He thought he was just running. Nothing egregious there.
Jack Murley will try to kill one inside the 20. And it'll go there, just inside the 20-yard line. So the Trojan defense gets the stop they need after the Golden Eagles force Troy 3 and out. Back to the third quarter, edge of your seat type stuff happening in MM Roberts. We'll be back. Once an institution at Southern Miss that prided itself on their linebacker plays. Guys like Davis, Boldy, Coley. Dare I say, maybe they're back. Chris Jones, Mike Montgomery. What about the seasons they've had as the backers?
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the total tackles, these two guys are flying around. You can see there the men in the middle both play that inside backer position. Mike, Will, always in the box. They're always scraping downhill, making plays. Both have been really good.
Gonna need that duo to be just as good. They got a 4th and a foot stop a moment ago, but no points to come from it. And Troy back to work. That's Goose Crowder, who returned under the primetime lights as a handoff goes to Tay Meadows, and he's dropped by guess who? On cue, Chris Jones with the tackle.
Yeah, just nowhere to run. They're trying to get the inside zone going. Split flow. Southern Miss stemming the defensive line, bringing Foster off the edge. Just nowhere to run the football.
See what Goose Crowder has done today. 15 of 22. Under center. He's been there a few times today. Handoff. And a flag comes in on the Trojans. A stop for no gain on 2nd down.
Looked like Charles Huff was contemplating not taking that penalty, but looks like he will.
Holding.
Set it up.
Offense number 66, half the distance to the goal. It's still 2nd down.
Would have set up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, it's a tough decision because you want to give them an extra play. It's 3rd and 10. Your defense has done what they need to do to force a 3rd and long.
That was the holdup. That's what Tim Barker was waiting on, our referee, on the decision from Charles Huff. Goose Crowder, tall in the pocket. He'll check it down. This is complete up to the 25-yard line. First reception of the day for Trey Taylor.
Jamon Tapp got home. Watch the swim move. But great job by Goose Crowder sitting in there. He knew he had what he needed. Open. Just let the ball go, take the hit. 3rd and 4, big play here.
Sure is. Peyton Higgins bailing out of that huddle. He's converted 4 3rd downs today.
Southern Miss going to go man-to-man, bring some pressure.
Goose Crowder finds wide open Jordan Lovett in the flats for the conversion out to the 39-yard line.
Perfect call by Troy. They ran the mesh concept with the back in the flat. You see right there, the back's there, the shallow's coming. That's just winning the play caller's battle right there. He knew it was going to be man-to-man. He called a man-to-man play, and Troy executed.
The offensive coordinator, Sean Reagan, along with Jared Parker, they communicate throughout the ball game on the concepts they're wanting to run. Tate Meadows fighting for a few.
Meadows on the carry.
So 2nd and 7. Sometimes these 3rd down battles can be won first on 2nd down, keeping them in a 3rd and long. Crowder's booted out. He's under a little bit of pressure. It is caught. DJ Epps once more. Goose Crowder picking up in this 2nd half where he left off the 1st half.
Yeah, really nice job. Play action, get to the edge, so you got the comeback to the sideline. Just want to put that ball right on his outside shoulder. Great job.
To the 50-yard line exactly. Far hash spotted.
Look out for a shot here. 1st down, midfield.
They throw it. Trey Taylor spins out of a tackle down to the 45-yard line.
Quick wide receiver screen. You see there, almost lost the football trying to get it out quickly. Good pursuit by Southern Miss, second and 5.
That was Corey Myrick who had that initial contact. Second and 5. Boy, this is where you think they may take the shot. Trey Swartz in motion. Trey Meadows had a hole but got tripped up as he came through the line. You can see right at the end of that run the frustration as he pounded the turf.
Yeah, there haven't been a lot of run lanes, so it felt like if he had one, I'd take advantage of. Yeah, tripped over his own guy.
Third and 3. Ethan Connor. He was a heavy target a week ago against Georgia State, and a timeout called by Southern Miss. So sitting at the 43-yard line,
Miss.
third and 3.
They're first.
We'll be back to MM Roberts Stadium as you're watching Sun Belt Conference football on ESPN. Third and 3 moment in the third. 5:45 as you see on that clock left. We're here for the Garnet Gray. Really got to sort of love where they're positioned at the moment. This is one of those play calls where you could be thinking, well, where we are in the field, why not play it for 2 downs versus 1?
Yeah, I mean, this is a big possession for both teams. Getting late in the third, Troy goes and gets points here, especially a touchdown. That clock's going to start really moving fast for Southern Miss. They're going to have to speed it up a little bit, so wouldn't be surprised. Rolled the dice earlier on the fake punt, played aggressive, went for it on his own side of the field earlier on the QB sneak, so.
Could be run formation, play action pass. It is. Goose Crowder tall in the pocket, knifing around. Boy, he was whacked. Knocked down. Big tackle made by Jamon Tapp.
Officials timeout.
Isaiah Gibson shaken up on the tackle as well.
Yeah, as you mentioned, called it perfect. They got big. Okay, got the tight ends, running backs in the game, make you think, run, and then play action. Southern Miss did a great job covering it. Crowder just got to throw it away. There's really nowhere to go when everyone's in tight there.
Gonna step away from Hattiesburg at the moment. Allow the injury timeout to play itself out. We'll be back. This is significant. Isaiah Gibson Sr., that defensive front's been good today for the Golden Eagles. He was off on his own power, but he's going to be examined inside that medical tent by the athletic trainer, Aaron Estes. So 4th and 3, they took the play action pass on 3rd and 3. Troy has remained with their offense on the field, partly due to the area that they're at. Then I think also the conversation must begin. They trust this Troy defense, the job they've done today. Higgins is the man to watch in the slot at the top. That's Connor, motioned out. Flood, Jamon Tap, spins off Goose Crowder. The ball was being intended for Higgins. It falls incomplete, short. That is a turnover on downs. One more opportunity for this Golden Eagle offense created by this defense.
Yeah, Jamon Tap came untouched. Looks like some confusion. Good job by Crowder just getting rid of the football. You can see there, nobody touches him. Quarterback's worst nightmare, but Crowder gets rid of it. Big stop for Southern Miss.
Just 100 yards today of total offense for the Golden Eagles. It's a passing attack that's been first in this league, and they're taking a shot downfield to Braylon Brown, and it is incomplete. That was Jaquez White with the coverage. He had safety help over the top.
Yeah, that ball's really forced. That safety's over the top. This ball could have easily been intercepted. You'll see from the bottom of your screen. Good job by Brown just to knock that ball down.
Daniel says Vanna on the coverage was the safety over the top. Perfectly timed. Caden Morris is the H-man. The tight end in, been battling an injury as well. Gives the block for Pittman. Jeffrey Pittman stays on the ground for 9+ yards. Gonna settle right near the first down marker, maybe got 10.
Man, talk about running hard. Felt like it took him forever. Took Troy forever to get him down there. Good hole off that left side in the gap scheme. You see there's Roman, there's the tight end Morris. Everybody does their job, lets that run play get to the secondary.
Braylon Braxton under pressure. This is where he's been different. Not able to avoid the sack, and it is going to be a massive loss all the way back to the 42-yard line. The pressure was applied by Jordan Stringer.
You see Stringer there, just came through the middle. Untouched. Nowhere to go with the football for Braylon Braxton, so you can just see the frustration starting to settle in.
It's 2nd and 21. 3-man front for Troy. Quickly out to Elijah Metcalf. I'll call it complete across the 46 for a couple. It's 3rd and 18. Southern Miss has got all kinds of substitutions from Troy. Shot downfield for Carl Chester. He's in bounds along the far sideline, and it'll be dropped at the 6. That was confusion galore.
Illegal substitution, defense. The result of the play is a first down. The penalty is declined.
That was created by the tempo of the Golden Eagle offense.
Yeah, you can see they're just trying to get guys on and off the field. A completely blown coverage. And there goes Chester down the sideline. Almost down to the 5-yard line, sets up Southern Miss with a big play, first down.
It's must-score time at the 6. Jeffrey Pittman.
He lost the football.
But it's recovered by the Golden Eagles in the end zone. The ball found its way to its black and gold home as Jeffrey Pittman lost it in the course of the play. Caden Morris was the man who recovered it for Southern Miss.
The ruling on the field is that the ball was fumbled in the field of play into the end zone where it was recovered by the offense. Touchdown.
Caden Morris on the spot. He definitely lost that football. My, oh my.
Right place at the right time for Caden Morris. Here's a booth review.
It's clearly a fumble. Pittman running hard.
Lost it on sort of his third effort. And the wherewithal of Caden Morris. You can see him put his hand on top of the football and sort of drag it into his belly. Creighton Wilbanks will be on for a very important extra point try. And it's true. 14-10 now your score here in the third quarter. All of a sudden, you were talking during the last break, you and I, about what's going to have to happen for this Golden Eagle offense. You said wide receiver's going to have to make a play. Well, they went tempo, and all of a sudden Carl Chester finds himself downfield vertically uncovered, and Braylon Braxton connected to it.
Yeah, just like you said, created by the tempo. It's why you do it. One of the reasons why you do it as an offense. Troy's been excellent all day, but one mistake, basically a free play, if you will, and Southern Miss able to capitalize. But wow, what a ball game! If you're Troy, doesn't that make you sick? You know, he played so well, and then just a kind of a bust to give Southern Miss yardage and points. And
well, it's been a game too. Don't overlook what that Golden Eagle defense has done.
They're certainly keeping Southern Miss in this ball game.
It's been 2 fourth down stops in the third quarter. Now you're fixing to learn something about the veteran presence from both of these clubs. Because now all of a sudden for Southern Miss, you're playing with a little energy, a little more life, if you will, that's not really been present, frankly, since early in that first half. Now for Troy, a little adversity, a breakdown in the coverage game, substitutions. Now your offense goes back to work. You've gone for 2 fourth down tries on your 2 offensive possessions in the third quarter. You hadn't gotten either.
Right. Well, I think from the beginning, from the opening kickoff, I felt like you could feel the tension and the pressure in this ball game. Guys making mistakes that maybe they wouldn't normally make. So Troy was kind of relaxed there with that 14-3 lead. Now all of a sudden, pressure's rising. We get into this, fourth quarter coming up. Got a heck of a ball game going.
Stay committed to the ground game. Pick up a 4 on first down to set up second down and 6. Just 52 yards rushing today. They have not had a lot of success, but it's the commitment to it, trying to set up something. Once more, Tay Meadows will be dropped just shy of the 35-yard line. It'll be third down.
He was awfully close there.
Evans Haygood is the man responsible for the tackle.
Haven't gotten word that Mike Montgomery's injured, but Haygood getting a lot of time there.
Crowder's going back under center. They were stopped on 4th and a foot earlier. I formation behind Goose. He'll leave it. Straight ahead goes Tay Meadows for the first down.
Old school I formation football. Turn around, hand it to the running back. Fullback cuts off the backside. That's as classic as it gets on short yardage.
Jet sweep. Ra Thomas just sort of navigating his way down into Golden Eagle territory. inside the 44-yard line.
Love that call on first down, jet sweep, get Thomas on the edge for another first.
This is right to the point they got to on their last offensive drive. Goose Crowder taking a shot. He's got a man. Ra Thomas was there. The coverage applied by Jonathan Penix. The pass falls incomplete.
Ra Thomas had Penix beat. Ran a stutter go, just chopped his feet at that 8, 9, 10-yard point, and Penix did too, so he had him beat. Really got away with one there, did Southern Miss.
Yeah,
Thought they had him.
You also see that called sometimes when the corner doesn't look back into coverage. No harm, no foul. 2nd and 10. Oh, my goodness. What a play from Mathis Haygood. Tackled for loss. He's in place of Mike Montgomery.
Not a pressure look, but when you read run, attack the line of scrimmage, that's linebacker play to a T right there.
See ball, hit ball. 3rd down and 12. Late in the 3rd. The crowd and M.M. Roberts making some noise. Odd man front, but 4 come. Goose Crowder's going down. It's that man again, Jamon Tapp. And the 3rd quarter has expired in Hattiesburg. And all momentum is shifting in the Berg. We'll be back 4th quarter on tap. And so is the Western Division title of the Sun Belt Conference. Back with more. So the fourth quarter begins. What's been so far a tale of two halves. Troy dominated the first half. Evan Crenshaw just got off a dandy of a punt. But we have a penalty on the
false start. Offense number 85, 5-yard penalty. It's still fourth down.
We talked a lot about Evan Crenshaw today. He deserves it. These are the numbers. Came in averaging 43.5 yards a punt. He has had a long of 62. He's had 20, now 4 punts inside the 20. And he's had over 20 punts go 50-plus more yards. Southern Miss, the respect is shown here. They declined the penalty. Don't want to give him any more room.
Pretty cool that he's having this performance on the field that Ray Guy became Ray Guy. And he's probably the lead to win that award. So kudos to him on the night he's had.
Looking like Ray Guy. This one inside the 10, so that's 2 punts inside the 5, a punt inside the 10. Have yourself a day, Evan Crenshaw. Golden Eagle offense back to work, Austin.
Here we go.
This Golden Eagle defense has been phenomenal in the third quarter. You can attribute a lot of it to the points that happened in this second half. There you see on the score bug, winner gets to advance. A trip to Harrisonburg, Virginia awaits either ball club. Robert Briggs had some success early in the first half. He's back in with a carry here.
Robert Briggs, the ball carrier.
Looks like Peterson there. He's been really good on the inside of this Troy defensive line.
Definitely by Julian Peterson.
Julian Peterson, the nose tackle out of Pinson, Alabama, Valley High School product. Braylon winding up, taking a shot. He's got a man. There is penalty flags on the play. Lino Levine was going step for step.
And I've been really impressed with Colino.
Prior
Nice
to the
job.
pass, holding, that was receiver defense number 5. 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Take a look at the top of your screen. Southern Miss trying the double move. Yeah, he's beat. So instead of giving up the touchdown, he'll take the penalty. He'll take the 15 yards, but had a chance there. Mike Davis got behind him.
So results in a first down. Encroachment incoming. Pass down the field to Elijah Metcalf across the 45. All of a sudden, this is what this Golden Eagle offense did in the second half last week down in Mobile.
Offside, defense number 11 in the neutral zone at the snap. Penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Sort of an abandonment of the run game and said, Mr. Braxton, we need you to go to work.
Yeah, just almost kind of gets you in a rhythm too. It can be good for a quarterback.
Braylon forced left. This has been the difference right here. Just a couple of yard pickup. His running threat ability has left him due to the injury.
Braxton carries for a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, you can just tell that's not the same runner.
Well, in the what it
Previous.
is it's the hesitancy to make the decision to go.
Because he knows he's not 100%.
Right. But he's gutting it out.
It's November football. Most guys are, if they're not injured, they're at least banged up a little bit. So that's what you got to do.
Matt Jones to the 47-yard line.
Matt Jones with a carry for this Golden Eagle offense. 3rd and 5.
Third down, 5 to go.
Check down to Metcalf. He's only going to get a yard. Going to set up a 4th and 4 in a decision for Charles Huff and Blake Anderson. They do a lot of communicating throughout the ball game. You can see Charles Huff talking with Blake at the moment.
I think you got to punt the football here. 14 to 10, pin them deep.
4 wide receiver set, now empty. Braylon just had a false start.
No, he definitely punt the football.
It was a no
False
play.
start. Offense, number 1, 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
As a quarterback, you can't leave your stance, as he was signaling for the snap count. You'll see it right here. So a false start. Jack Murley on. Oldest player in the FBS, but a true freshman in college football. Rugby style. Peyton Higgins dropped. Good coverage applied. Chuck Montgomery dropped Peyton Higgins inside the 20-yard line. The Trojan offense back on the field when we return to MM Roberts. Home and you think this thing is done. Maybe you fixed yourself that extra beverage for the evening. I'll point you to this. 4th quarter points. This is significant. Troy has outscored opponents by 54 points in the 4th quarter alone. Southern Miss about the same.
Wow.
These two teams know how to finish ball games. Also.
Yeah, that's a lot of points in the 4th quarter, and both teams need them tonight. So 12 minutes to go, 12:05 to go in this ball game, and it's every bit of undecided.
4 wide receivers set for the Trojans. It's been Tate Meadows heavy on the ground game. Trey Taylor, a speedster with the reception. Just a simple route out to about the 18, 19-yard line.
Second down, 6 yards to go.
Look at the eyes of Goose Crowder. Jackson Worley in motion. There goes Tate Meadows in space to the second level. Corey Myrick will drop him at the 37-yard line.
Probably the best hole all night for Troy. Right here, just an inside zone split flow, excuse me. And a good tackle in the secondary by Corey Myrick. Man, there was nobody left. That's a scary place to be as a safety.
This is when Troy has sort of taken their shots. Right now, 1st and 10, 37, they stay on the ground. Tate Meadows spins forward. Across the 40, even up across the 41. A lineman shaken up. That's Tyler Cappi. Started at center today. That's how linemen fix injuries, by the way. Just a good old headbutt. Helmet-to-helmet contacts will cure anything.
Takes the pain right away.
Sure does. That's just classic tough guy stuff. 2nd and 5. Crowder's going under center. Eagles showing they got pressure. Tate Meadows bails out of a couple of arm tackles. That was all effort. He's going to be spotted short.
What an effort run. 4 or 5 Southern Miss Golden Eagles on the tackle. Couldn't wrap him up. I mean, watch this.
Right out of the arm of Isaiah Gibson. Joseph Harper couldn't get him. Gibson missed 2 tackles on the same play. Tate Meadows making the folks at Handley High School proud. 3rd and short. Hard snap count from Goose Crowder. Handoff Tate Meadows. All of a sudden, Troy's found the ground game, leaning on this Golden Eagle defense and a commitment to it. They're up over 100 yards rushing now in the game. There's a tempo with it, too. They like the front they've got. Jet sweep, Ra Thomas has a 1st down. Troy's coming right back with an answer.
That jet sweep's been there all night. It's been good for 10 every time. They're going to run it again. They called it again.
Yep. Ra Thomas trying to get outside.
Got to adjust for Southern Miss. It's the same formation, so you got to be able to identify it.
Trojans will make some substitutions here. But you see Ra Thomas kind of gasping for air. See this offense of Troy.
The result of the play is a 1st down. Sideline warning, Southern Miss.
All of a sudden, the tempo, you can just see these offenses sort of take off when they get in rhythm. That's what the ground game can do. A couple of runs from Tate Meadows to the 2nd level opens up a lot of the play sheet.
Yeah, a little old school football, getting under center, handing it off. How about that? You can still do that.
You sure can. Looking at the coverage, they're going to throw it behind the back. Catch by Ra Thomas.
Man, what a play. That's a simple slant route. He's wide open. Crowder throws it behind him. Check out this catch. All hands. Big time play.
Corey Myrick with a touchdown saving tackle. It is 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Inside the red zone today, Troy's converted both times. Both trips they've been there.
How big's that missed field goal for Southern Miss right now?
Huge.
Now, it's easy to say in a 14-10 ball game, but, you know, that's a big missed field goal.
You start counting those points late in these games with a division title on the lines. A timeout called by Troy. They have loved this drive. We're coming back to see how they complete it when we return. been a big boy football kind of drive for the Troy Trojans. So far, 6 rushes for 59 yards of this 77-yard drive. Kind of leaning on this Golden Eagle defense. A field goal here would be a huge win for the Golden Eagles. For the Troy Trojans, they got 6 or 7 on their minds.
Yeah, and just watching Troy in the huddle there during the break, they've got really good energy right now. You can tell they know this is big, and they got a chance to get out of here with a win and a Western Division title.
There's a belief in this offensive unit at the moment. They have been able to run the ball on this drive. Jordan Lovett is in as the back. They'll sprint out, caught by Higgins. Minimal gain.
Yeah, tight coverage by Foster. Not a lot there.
So 2nd and goal from the 7, just a minimal pickup of a yard. Lovett is the back directly behind Goose Crowder, who's going under center. That's DJ Epps to the top side of the formation. He's got a lot of space wide. Boot action. Goose throws it through the back of the end zone. Incomplete, and it's 3rd and goal.
Just nothing doing. Play action, good play call. Just a better play call by Southern Miss and this defense. Just nowhere to go with the football. Nice job just throwing it away.
All right, if you're Jason Seymour, it's 3rd and goal from the 7. This is where you get down in this territory. Do you show him zone, play man? Do you show him man, play zone?
That's why you get paid the big bucks, because
right.
you only had about 10 seconds to make that decision.
If you're here for the black and gold, I'd guard 2. If you're here for the garnet and gray, I'd watch him. Crowder's looking for him. Touchdown, Ra Thomas in the back of the end zone. And Troy gets significant points in his 4th quarter, on top by 10.
Big-time players make big-time plays. Ra Thomas been good all game. Just gets free in the back of the end zone, runs a little post route. Stands in there tall and delivers a strike. Might be the strike that wins it.
How about Goose Crowder standing tall? You could see him work through his progression right to the backside of his read. Scott Taylor Renfro will tack one more on. 21-10. Here was 6:58 to play in the 4th quarter. It'll be a must score for the black and gold when they get the football back. We'll be right back. about the job Jared Parker has done, second-year head coach of the Troy Trojans. He's 6 minutes and 58 seconds away from having his Trojan ball club that's battled through adversity. Look, Goose Crowder left in the Memphis game due to a shoulder injury. Tucker Kilcree stepped in. All he did was take this team on a 5-game win streak. They had a night on national TV on a Thursday night under the bright lights of ODU. They didn't play well at all. But he's kind of circled the wagons, brought his team into Hattiesburg, and they played really well, Austin, right on script of who they are.
Yeah, they've been really dominant on defense. Mentioned it earlier. No one's done what Southern Miss, what they've done to Southern Miss on offense in this ball game. So put themselves in a great position, up 11 with just under 7 minutes to go in the ball game. Still some work to be done, but they got their eyes on a matchup with James Madison, no question.
So Patty McAteer gets another touchback. The football belongs to Southern Miss in a 2-score game. See what Braylon Braxton has in that right arm. Looking to throw, under pressure. Gonna dump it off. Jalen Carter. Oh boy, hit the R1 button. Out of bounds he goes. This offense found a tempo late in the game last week, utilizing Jalen Carter.
Yeah, good coverage. Got to check the football down, and that's what you want out of your check downs. You love to see him make one guy miss. And a simple 5-yard check down can turn into an explosive pass.
Braylon can dump it off. Jalen Carter again. Bumped out of bounds. That was Justin Poe, the free safety, who greeted Jalen Carter. Braxton's completed 6 straight now. Braylon gonna dump it off again. Jalen Carter in space. He'll be tackled by Poe once more.
Thought he had a window over the middle.
Out of bounds with the 41.
So I believe it was Chapman. Almost cut it loose, but probably a good decision there, not forcing it.
Cooper Frazier's in as the left guard. See Broderick Roman slid over as the right guard. 3rd down and 5. This is caught. Stretching out to the 50-yard line is Braylon Brown. It's his first reception today.
Troy decided to bring pressure and play man-to-man. Braylon just found his one-on-one that he liked. Do a nice strike on the stop route.
The 8 straight completions. Braylon had just 5 prior to the streak total in the ball game. It's Jeffrey Pittman on the swing. Pittman moving forward.
Good patience here by Southern Miss on offense. No reason to panic. You've got time.
2nd down, 3 yards to go.
The Golden Eagles missed the field goal early in the first half. That's why this is pretty significant to score, but score rather quickly. Braylon to his back foot. Throws it out on a corner route, and it's dropped. Elijah Metcalf, it was a little out in front of him, but that's a play Metcalf can make and has made for the black and gold. Just can't haul it in here.
Yeah, got open behind the zone in a corner route, and he got one arm to it. Man, that's a big miss by Southern Miss.
It's been the corner action that they've tried several times today. That was the most open it's been.
No question.
3rd and 3. Bunch formation at the bottom. Handoff. Jalen Carter has the first down.
Well blocked play by Southern Miss, and just a good call, get the first.
Chester is split out wide right at the numbers. You see there, the 40-yard marker. Braylon, cool, calm, and collected. Steps up, lofts. Elijah Metcalf has it. Feet in bounds inside the 10-yard line is where they'll officially mark him.
Yeah, it's a double post with a wheel route. The reason that's hard to cover is because you've only got a corner and a safety to run deep. So Metcalf gets matched up on a linebacker on a wheel route or a safety. Really good call by Southern Miss.
Edge pressure. Braylon drops it out to Carl Chester, and it's caught. Complete on the slant. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
Just a well-executed drive by Southern Miss. Impressed with Braylon Braxton. Patience, taking those checkdowns early in the drive. And then a big throw off of his back shoulder with pressure in his face. Takes a strong arm to do that, kids.
So a 2-point try to put it to a 3-point margin. It's a 3 wide receiver set with the H-man and Caden Morris left. That is Jeffrey Pittman to the right of Braylon Braxton. Screen thrown to Micah Davis. He's in for 2. 21-18. Southern Miss has 2 timeouts in their pocket. 3:27 to go in the 4th quarter. Decision time here. Do you onside kick it? Do you kick it deep? And trust your defensive unit.
All 3 timeouts.
Two timeouts. They spent
okay.
one early
That's
in this
right. You're right.
3rd quarter.
Yeah.
A drive that went 9 plays, 75 yards in 3.5 minutes. Which is why coaches get paid the way they do to make decisions like these.
It's a tough one. I think you got to kick it deep because you're only down 3 if you're Southern Miss. So an onside kick percentages are low, and then you're giving up your field position as well. Trust your defense. Looks like they are going to kick it deep.
They are. That's the appearance at the moment. Troy thought the same thing. One late man arriving to their return unit. Reed Harradine boots it away. Strong kick into the end zone. Gonna trust the Golden Eagle defense against an offense that's been led today by Goose Crowder. 23 of 33 for 210 yards. Maybe none more significant than his last one, a pass completion caught by Ra Thomas in the back of the end zone. The crowd that is left at Roberts making some noise. This is what it's all about. The winner moves on to the championship. Boy, it's Southern Miss. Look at them load the box. You can see the numbers.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see Troy. Gonna get under center, 2 tight ends, a fullback, and here we go.
No safety, no one deep. Troy gonna take a chance. They have Ra Thomas. He just beat Josh Moten, and Ra Thomas to the end zone for Troy. They went 1-on-1, and they won that matchup as Ra Thomas, just a skinny post, and Goose Crowder hooks up for his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
What a play. Our best against your best. Josh Moten's been that guy for Southern Miss all year. They leave him on an island. And there goes Thomas, one-on-one, throw it up. Great ball, great play call. And the Troy Trojans take a big lead.
Jared Parker arrived in Hattiesburg, Mississippi today with some dice in his pocket and said, I'm rolling all of them inside the rock. Scott Taylor Renfro to put it back to a 10-point ball game. 28-18, 3:16 left of this 4th quarter. Guess if there's a benefit for the Golden Eagles,
It happened
scored
quick.
very quickly. That's
just
really
a-
reaching deep into the
Yeah.
black and gold jar, though.
Really positive mindset. But it's true.
What a play call.
Yeah,
It
what a
needs
play
to be
call.
discussed.
What a play call.
There's been the fake punt call today, beautifully executed, beautifully timed. And now you go heavy, and they've done that twice today.
It's-
heavy set, 2 tights, 2 backs.
Yeah, it's easy to be critical after the fact, but I think a one safety look.
For Southern Miss, number 13
You don't have to
down,
go
number
all out in the
8.
box. You think they're going to run the ball, but you don't know that. Just having a safety in the middle of the field takes that away. But like I said, easy for me to second guess a call.
Well, and
Troy executed.
We pointed it out, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
it was obvious.
It was significant that, it was a 10-man box, at least look. This is sent deep into the end zone, a touchback off the foot of McAteer. So the Golden Eagle offense, it will be a need for speed for the black and gold. They must score, and they really need to do it quickly to set up what would be an onside kick, but that's a lot. That's asking a ton. This offense took them 3 minutes and 31 seconds on that last score.
It's also that situation where if you do get across midfield and get into a 4th down, you can go ahead and kick the field goal because you got to get an onside kick anyway. So a lot of scenarios here can play out for Southern Miss. If you're Troy, 10-point lead, 3 minutes to go, right where they want to be.
Braylon steps up and he's going down. Pressure from that defensive front. There to make the stop was Jordan Stringer. They call him J-Rock. He's led this team in tackles the last 2 seasons. Another sack to his total on the year. Braylon across the middle. Elijah Metcalf had to go in and out of his hands, incomplete.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
Yeah, uncharacteristic drop. Had him on a deep slant, in route.
So it's 3rd down and 9. Pressure coming from the edge. Braylon gonna set this down to Carl Chester. Did he get his foot down? He did. It's complete across the 40.
Offside. Defense number 53 in the neutral zone at the snap. Penalty is declined. The result of the play was a 1st down.
Southern Miss 2 timeouts. They do have the 2-minute timeout. Braylon Braxton rolling to his right. Gonna fire it. This is incomplete to Micah Davis. Daniel Sisvana had the coverage.
Yeah, really tight coverage, good coverage in the secondary. Not a lot of places to throw the football.
Braylon, a missed throw here. He was looking for Metcalf sort of in that corner route region. Metcalf broke in. It falls incomplete. It's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, like I said, just looked like a miscommunication.
Braylon's taking his shot. The route was checked down by Braylon Brown on the far sideline, an overthrow. And the Golden Eagles are down to what could quite possibly be their final play of this regular season. 4th and 10. This is it, Austin, right here. You've got to convert if you're this Golden Eagle offense. 4 wide receivers set in double stacks, and a timeout is called by Troy. They want to talk about it.
Troy, their second.
We've seen this a lot from the black and gold side in covering this program. You take the timeout for your defense to make sure everyone's with their correct assignment, right responsibility. For Southern Miss, as the quarterback, from Braylon Braxton's perspective, what's your thought process here at 4th and 10?
Well, you obviously got to get the ball thrown. If there's a pressure look, you know, interception is not the worst thing. You got to get the ball out of your hand. You can't take a sack. At least give yourself a chance. As far as play call goes for Troy, they did a nice job there. They get to kind of take a look at Southern Miss's formation, use a timeout, and now call. I mean, 4th and 10, there's a lot of good calls on defense for 4th and 10, so they're in a good situation here. And done a nice job all ball game. I mean, to hold this offense to 18 points, they've played extremely well. I've been impressed with their secondary. Coverage has been good. Hasn't been a lot of open receivers minus that one busted play.
Braylon Braxton will set it down to Braylon Brown on that far sideline for the conversion. Golden Eagles still have a breath of life in them. The clock's rolling, 2:13. They need to get another play off before the 2-minute timeout.
Doesn't quite look like they will. I mean, just Troy's got a lot of confidence in their guys. The fact that they're still playing man-to-man in this situation says a lot about what they think about their secondary.
2 minutes is all that's left in Hattiesburg, Mississippi to decide the Western Division title. We'll be back with more. thing you can say about the performance today. The Troy Trojans walked into Hattiesburg ready to try to win themselves a football game, Austin. They have punched a lot of right buttons today with the play calls. And as you said, still so confident, still really showing a lot of man coverage looks and playing man, frankly. Up 10 with 2 minutes exactly left. There's going to be a false start on the Golden Eagles out of the timeout.
False start. Offense, number 9, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Been that kind of night for Southern Miss on offense, just a little out of sync, never really got it going. No different there.
So 1st and 15, back on the Golden Eagles side of the field. Braylon Braxton going to take what he can out of bounds. Troy more than happy to live with that. They'll let Braylon move around, just take a couple yards. Clock does stop as he got out of bounds underneath his own power.
Yeah, clock's on their side right now.
Bobbled snap. Braylon dancing around under pressure, going down. Another sack for this Trojan defense, their 3rd of the afternoon. And the man who gets them the most, Donnie Smith, leads this conference in sacks, and he gets to Braylon Braxton.
Yeah, you can see there, just speed off the edge.
Braylon going down. Boy, they're hunting him now. The pressure coming. There is a penalty flag.
Illegal substitution. Defense, more than 11 players on the field at the snap. 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down. The game clock will start on the snap.
There you see it, trying to get him off the field in that secondary. There's a look at Donnie Smith, who added to that sack total. 8 total sacks for him on the year. Over 10.5 tackles for losses to go with it. 3rd and 12. Braylon Braxton dumps it to Jalen Carter. Spin move for the first down.
Got to take a shot to the end zone here. It's running out of time.
Sort of thought that's what Braylon was looking to do that time. Had to work through the progression. The Eagle offense was ready.
There was no play where the process of blowing the ball in play where the ball was snapped.
You can see Braylon and Tim Barker talking about it. The Golden Eagle offense was ready before everyone else was. Bunch to the bottom. See what comes out of that. Carl Chester's to the nearest side. You got to think they're going to take their chance eventually. Braylon Brown dropped it on the far side of the field.
Troy's doing a nice job of continuing to bring pressure and not just play that blanket soft coverage. So Braxton's not really able to let the receivers get downfield. He's having to get rid of the football. So a good sequence here for Troy. You see a lot of teams really play soft and just give that underneath stuff, and then they can throw the Hail Mary, but Troy's doing a nice job in this situation.
It's Jaquez White up there at the top. You can see him sort of manned up, squared shoulders. Braylon over to Jalen Carter. Carter only a yard, tackled inbounds. Kalino Levine, who has been everywhere today for the Troy Trojans. Third and 9. Just over half a minute. Here's the shot to Carl Chester. Did he come down with it? No, incomplete.
Got behind the defense there, had a chance. Ball just a little outside.
Just a little better thrown ball. That was back shoulder, but just about a yard outside the perimeter of the field. 2-by-2 set, free play. They got the Trojans into the neutral zone. Well, you can see, too, the Trojans not just happy with the 10-point margin. They're kind of pinning their ears back. They are coming after Braylon Braxton.
Yeah, it's the best, most fun time to be a defensive lineman. Just cut it loose.
Offside.
You know they're going to throw.
Defense, number 11, unabated.
Have zero
to the backfield,
disregard for the
5-yard
run.
No rush lanes. Just
Please reset the game clock to
Reset the
31
quarterback.
seconds. 31 seconds on the game clock, please.
So
Thank
31 seconds on the game clock. The Golden Eagles with the penalty are fixing to try to take the points and go ahead and get their 3 points that are needed in this 10-point margin. It's a 46-yard attempt for the true freshman Creighton Wilbanks. Going to let the freshman think about it as Jared Parker's calling a timeout, wants to talk it over.
gotta love that intensity.
Yeah, they're still locked in. They know crazier things have
Timeout.
occurred, right? And
Their third and final timeout.
the decision
Okay.
to get the field goal here means is you get the points, you instill a little belief, and then you set up the most exciting play in football, the onside kick. Can you get the ball to bounce your way? You would still have 2 timeouts in your possession,
Yeah.
a little under half a minute, so it's not just completely outside of the realm of possibility. It is going to be a long field goal, 46-yard attempt. Creighton Wilbanks, 1 of 3 from that region on the season. Low snap, good hold. The field goal, no good. And the Troy Trojans now know they are the Western Division title champs, as all hopes of a comeback for the black and gold have left this facility.
Just an impressive performance to come on the road. Southern Miss team has been sliding, but give Troy a lot of credit. They kept them in that skid. And just an offense for Southern Miss that could never get going. Troy made the plays when they need to, and then just a lot of credit to Jared Parker for Coach Parker for really going for it. The fake punt, the post route, just made a couple big calls in this ball game that really helped his team win and win a Western Division title. Congrats to them.
Coming on the road, getting yourself ready to play, sometimes it's hard. Getting yourself ready to play with all the chips in the middle of the table. Boy, what a performance from Jared Parker and his ball club. A hug to Charles Huff. Austin Davis, what a year it's been for this Southern Miss football team that we
That's the end
cover
of the
week
game.
in, week out. It's been a nice journey, but the Troy Trojans are the winners today. They will move on to take on JMU. Just your final thoughts on that.
Yeah, I had a great year. Enjoyed it, man. What a turnaround for Southern Miss this year. It was a joy to watch. Came up 1 game short of that Western Division title. Congratulations to Troy and the season they've had. Just a place they're familiar with, being in that conference championship game. Look forward to watching it. James Madison's going to be a tough foe. That'll be a good ball game.
Sure will be. What a pleasure it's always been to stand on your left side. The color analyst, Austin Davis, for our statistician, magician, Marty Wyndham. On behalf of our producer and director and his entire camera crew, the best in the belt belongs in the Berg, Lee Field, and that camera crew. I'm Jason Baker. We thank you for spending this Saturday evening with us. The Troy Trojans will represent the Western Division. Up next for them is the Dukes of JMU up in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Troy comes to Hattiesburg. They win it 28-18 in thrilling fashion. You've been watching Sun Belt Conference football on ESPN.